Okay, well, we're just leaving now. It is it's almost 9:30 in the morning. The trailhead's about half an hour away, so we're gonna head out now, and hopefully there won't be any crowds. I'll tell you why on the way there. All right, so here's the deal. It looks like it's about 20 clicks away to I think what is called Jefferson Tract. So the Jefferson Tract is part of the York Regional Forest. Started hiking these tracts of forest last year. I haven't been out in almost a year, and I'm not 100% sure why. I guess life gets busy, right? So, but today is November 11th, so it's Veterans Day in the States, Remembrance Day in Canada. Little known fact, Remembrance Day in Canada is a holiday for government employees and banks. And I work for a bank. So this is one of those days that I get off that nobody else does, which is why I'm going out, or one of the reasons I'm going out today, because I know, or at least I hope, that there will be almost nobody on the trail. So even though it's not very far out of civilization, it should be pretty secluded and pretty quiet. There's always a couple of dog walkers out there though. Here's how fast it changes from suburbia to countryside here. So this intersection here is about 5 minutes north of where I live, which is in the heart of suburbia outside of Toronto, Canada. Once you get to this street though, all of a sudden, it's golf courses and farmland, which is pretty cool. It's one of the few advantages to living this far out of the city. I actually have to work in downtown Toronto every day, which means driving about 30 kilometers to work every day and back, which is not the best commute ever. I'm not gonna lie, it takes at least 2 hours a day. But then on days like this where you can get out and it's nice, you are literally, this is a golf course on the left and some farmer fields and looks like a driving range on the right. But as you go north here, it just gets more and more rural, which means more and more forest and hiking trails. There's a provincial park or two not very far up north, so it's pretty good. Sunny day today. It's very windy out. It is about, I think when I left, it's about 6 degrees Celsius. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit because I was raised Celsius in Canada. Very windy though, so you know there's going to be a wind chill. But I got good stuff in the pack. Nice and warm, shouldn't be an issue. So the weird thing is, coming up this road, I haven't been up this way in a while, and I feel like I recognize this area. And the reason I recognize this area is because there's a golf course right here that I have been to recently. And here it is. It's on the, I think the entrance is right here. Maybe not. Yeah, we're definitely...
Follow the arrow on the display.
200 meters. We're definitely getting close now. I think that this is it right here on the right.
Follow the arrow on the display.
Robinson Tract. Nice.
You will reach your destination area in 200 meters.
Oh, and how many cars are there? 0. Oh yeah, this is when I wish I had the Land Rover. No cars here. Looks great. You hear the wind? It's going to be windy. There's going to be a ton of wind noise. I have a funny feeling in this video you might not be able to hear me, but just letting the GPS calibrate on the phone. Then we'll get going. Okay, so there's a shot of Robinson Tract. I don't know if you can see that. It's basically a straight line because I think this connects to a bunch of other trails. So I think it's going to be basically an out and back trip here. We're going to be going, starting at the Warden Avenue entrance, and we walk all the way to the end. I'm using Motion X GPS, great app. Use it on all these hikes. So let's start a track. It's been so long since I used this thing, I don't actually remember how it works. Reset, start. There we go. That's funny, that didn't take long. Fork in the trail. White blaze down there. I assume that's the main trail. You know what I don't want to do? What I don't want to do is go down the wrong trail 2 seconds into the friggin' hike. So that's good. Would have taken the wrong fork 2 seconds into the hike. It is well marked though, it would have been totally my fault. Nice wide trail, very well groomed. You can tell though that this would be totally packed in the summer. Be people mountain biking, which I think you're allowed to do here. For sure it would be a dog walker's paradise. Even though dogs are supposed to be on leash here, every single time I've been to one of these, not so much. So, you definitely see that. Nice trail though, very well kept. It's a little colder here, it's about 3 degrees, according to the car when I left. And the wind, although you're probably not hearing it, you're hearing the wind noise, but the wind is definitely a little less crazy in the forest. Here's another fork in the trail, but this one's easy to see. Blaze is well marked right up here, so I'm going this way. Okay, next major fork in the road. This says it's a Robinson side trail, the right fork, which on my map is the main trail, not a side trail. But the white blazes, indicating the main trail, go down that way. Interesting. Let's see what the sign says here. You can see the blue blaze for a side trail down there. Forms a 1.7 kilometer loop with the main trail. Bridges Moraine Trail. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna take this one. And I don't know if you can see that, but that's the first guy with a dog. He was up ahead of me on the side trail. First person I've seen. And of course, he has a dog that is gigantic. And there is about a 50% chance of that dog actually being leashed. Good times. We're in somebody's backyard right now. That's nice. It kind of ruins the illusion of being alone in the forest, which is fast becoming a catchphrase for me when I do these hikes. These forests, these tracts of forest are so jammed in between subdivisions that inevitably you run into somebody's house. There's a nice 6,000 square foot monster in the forest. Good times. No offense, Robinson Tract, but you suck. I don't like coming to places where I'm in somebody's backyard. So if I had to stay on the main trail, maybe I wouldn't have been seeing this. But this is stupid. Here's where the dog came from, for one thing. It's a walkway to the subdivision. Yay. Holy hell. The side trail literally goes right up against the back fence of these houses. You know, I'm not complaining, I'm just doing this because I'm trying to document which ones of these are good for me. Not a dog show. Anyway, it looks like the trail's taking a turn to the left here, which means we're probably going north. Which means, with any luck, we'll be leaving the subdivision behind and getting back into the woods. Again, I'm not complaining about it, I'm just trying to document it. This is just me talking. When I come out here, I want to pretend that I'm in the middle of the woods. That's it. And I do not like the illusion being ruined I'm looking in somebody's kitchen. I've said that before. I don't even know if the mic is picking any of this up. Took a hard left and now we're back right in the middle of the forest. So here is what I'm talking about, right? I can't see anybody's house. I love a forest in fall. A little chilly. You know, pretend you're outside. Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm not liking where this trail is taking me because I'm going back the way I came already. And that I am not loving, because I want to try to get to the end of the main trail, and we are literally going back west. Okay, what is this foolishness? This is the end of the side loop. What in the hell? Blaze right there, which means if I go straight here, I'm going back to my car. The sign right here is going to say this is the main trail. Yeah, so this is the side trail. And that is the main trail. Let's check what foolishness I did on this GPS thing here. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see that. All the way up that side trail, all the way back. And now I would be picking up the end of the main trail, I think. So anyways, let's try that. I'm going to go down here. This is the main trail. So there's something to realize for next time. I was trying to figure out why I see a camper and some buildings over there. It looks like there's just a short access trail to the Whitchurch Conservation Area parking lot, which is good to know. So it looks like you could enter this tract from different areas, which I did not know. Yay, houses again. Back in the subdivision, boys and girls. Honestly, I think I might be done here. I think this is I think it goes down around there and probably back out, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start heading back. The sad reality is it's just too narrow. You can actually see almost one side to the other. I don't know how long it would be, but again, it's a very narrow plot of wood, so the illusion is going to be tough to maintain unless you're right in the middle of it. Anyways, though, still a good hike. So I don't know anything about hiking, but I know one thing. Even when it's cold, you gotta have some water. And because of the wind noise here, you're probably just watching me drink and hearing a lot of wind. Anyways, yeah, it's cold out, so you don't think you're thirsty, but a little thirsty, not gonna lie. I don't know how people film when there are other people around. I feel like a fool and there's nobody here. I see a guy up ahead and he has 2 dogs not on the leash. You can see this young lady behind me here with 2 gigantic dogs. Very well behaved though. Didn't pull on the leash at all. Nice. But I will say this. When she saw me coming, those dogs got leashed real quick. And I'm reasonably sure that I'm still on the right trail, which is good. I have a bad habit of filming like low looking up, which I have a funny feeling is not going to be a super flattering view when I edit this video. Because I'm filming this on a Hero 3 Silver with no viewfinder, so no idea what this footage looks like until I get home. See, a bit of a dicey moment there. just like I said, right? So come around the corner, walking down a nice straight back to the car, bam, dog right in the middle of the trail. No leash, no owner. He's standing there. He doesn't know what to do because I'm walking toward him. So I'm thinking it's one dog, right? He starts coming toward me, and I see another dog. And he's running toward me. Good times. No owner, no nothing. Oh well, what can you do? Luckily the dog turned out to be really friendly. This guy's a dog walker. It's all good. It's his job. Anyways, we're back. Hike's done. So there's what we did. I don't know if you can see it. York Regional Forest, Robinson Tract, 4.26 kilometers in an hour and 2 minutes. And there's the track map right there. So listen, YRF Robinson Tract is too small to be necessarily a great hike, in my humble opinion. Do not like ending up in people's backyards as part of my hike, and most of this, or at least half of it, it felt like it was walking along a row of houses in a subdivision. So that's a bit of a bummer. Not a big fan of that. I like to, get the seclusion thing happening, or at least the illusion of seclusion. Didn't get that. So it's a very narrow piece of land, which means unless the track is right in the middle of the property, you're not super secluded. So anyways, it was for a little bit. I don't want to get down on it. It's like not even 20 minutes away from where I live, so it's a great quick hike. The other thing that's a bit of a bummer is, and I think I said this in the video, is it really is the York Regional Forest dog walking trails. So you got guys, people see me coming and they leash their dogs. One guy who I met at the end was a dog walker. He had 5 dogs. 2 of them were on leashes and 3 of them weren't. One of them made a bit of a half run at me and then got scared and ran away. One of them, who looked like a really friendly lab pit bull mix, he came running right for me, and thank God his tail was going. So, I kind of stood there and made happy noises, got the hand down, and the dog was okay. But and I'm reasonably comfortable with dogs, but man alive, if you were not a dog person, I would have been freaking out, because when that dog was running down the trail toward me, the dog walker was not in sight. So, if you're walking out in the forest and you're not a super dog fan, that's not going to make a great day for you. So not a big fan of that. And I saw literally there were probably, I think, 5 different dogs on the trail, unleashed. There was one couple walking their dogs, and both of the dogs were leashed, and I think they were leashed even before they saw me, so that was good. Anyways, all in all, a pretty good hike. Time to head back home, get something to eat, and maybe take a hot shower, because I'm cold. See you next time.